next game.
Yeah, we are seeing people up on the stage here. We've got Clean Bathtub with Victini, Praise the Sunny D, Aang, Sloth and Water Vapor, and Los Inklings with Slug, Los Teresa, Los and Callan.
Yo, Praise the Sunny D is a godlike name.
That is a pretty godlike name.
You ever see those commercials back in the day about Sunny D?
I
Where
did,
they're
but
just-
like we're going to miss a lot of Splatoon people with that. We're going to miss a lot of them.
So there was a commercial. For, okay, whatever. You know what? It's fine. I don't want to talk about it anyways. Whatever, Nox. You got it. Let's talk about. How about we talk about the match instead?
Yeah. Definitely going to be an exciting match. I like the Redemption matches a lot. I like that they're fighting to just stay in this tournament.
They're literally fighting tooth and nail to stay alive, and that's super interesting.
It is. It's always interesting to see teams fighting for their lives. That's where the best games happen, when you're just fighting to survive.
I just you go into survival mode, just like when you go to Taco Bell because you're just desperate for food and you gotta get that survival mode instincts. And it's I don't want Taco Bell, but I need it.
Look, when you need Taco Bell, nothing else is going to be able to do the same thing.
And nothing else does the trick, bro. I still got that in my okay, so I got a chicken burrito.
You got 3 chicken burritos.
I was a hungry man, and then I ate 2 of them. Maybe I wasn't as hungry as I thought I was. And so I put the 3rd one in my fridge, and that's waiting for me right after this cast.
That's going to be
literally
incredible.
I cannot wait to sign off from this cast so I can run up to my hotel room.
Okay, but we still want to see Game 5s.
If Game 5 stand between me and my chicken
you were
burrito,
arguing for all Game 5s last set.
and then I got hungry.
Oh my god.
And then I thought about
what, the
Taco
protein bar wasn't enough for you?
Listen, I had a protein bar. I had a bottle of water. I'm out here living my best life.
Yeah. I had an energy drink, a protein bar, having some water.
You having water is a big surprise to me. I'm a huge fan of this new Nox.
You know, for lands I'll do
Character
it for survival.
development.
I don't have access to all my things that make water not taste like water at lands, and it's
What's
rough
wrong
for
with
me.
water? Water tastes good. I love the taste
Just
of water.
like the Inklings, I cannot be in water.
You're literally at a water park.
And I haven't gone in the water park at any of the water park lands.
Then why are you at the water park land if you're not going to go
To see
into the
my
water
friends.
park? Oh, same. I feel that.
To have fun.
I'm going after this, I think.
I'm glad you are.
They got a,
I'm going to be watching Top 16 and watching my friends play the video game.
I'll watch it too from my phone in the water park.
I need to cheer on my friends from directly behind them.
I can cheer them on when Twitch chat. That's what everyone else is doing.
Well, that's
you see Twitch chat happening right now? They're cheering for the friends.
That is true, but I want to be cheering. I'm here in person. I want to cheer my friend on
I'm
in
here
person.
just in the water.
That's not the same.
I'm trying to score some hoops with the basketball in the
So I
water.
don't think that pool's open.
What?
Yeah. You can't play the basketball pool. That one's closed. The outdoor basketball pool?
No.
Oh.
Can't be.
That one's been closed the whole time we've been here. All the outdoor pools, except for one, are closed.
Why?
Because the world's very mean, Austin. Just like how the vending machine wouldn't give me anything to drink last night. It wouldn't let my money. It wouldn't take my money, and I just wanted a cold bottle of water, and I was so sad about it at 2:30 in the morning.
I literally have tears forming right now.
Yeah, that was rough.
That's.
I just wanted cold water. Like, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with not cold water, but I wanted cold water as a treat.
I mean, that's good that you want the cold water, but I wanted to play basketball.
I'm so sorry.
I really wanted to do it.
Well, there might be some in the water park part that I don't know about.
It's not the same.
I know.
I want to be outside in the sunlight.
Well, it's raining.
Oh. Texas picked a great weekend to come through.
To be fair, I prefer to be in outdoor pools in the rain.
I mean,
you're already going to be getting wet anyway.
It's a safety thing, Nox. Like,
it's not thundering.
But it can lead to thundering. And by the time it leads to it, it's a little bit too late because you're already in the water.
No, it's not. It's usually far enough away first.
No.
In North Carolina, they let me swim before thunderstorms.
Okay, well, now we're in Texas, and this is a different place. And
usually they're less strict about things.
True and real. Who's playing?
We're going to have Los Inklings and Bathtub.
That's right.
Something.
Bro, I don't even got a bathtub in my hotel room. It's a shower.
Yeah, I think all of us do. I would be bad if we didn't. This place would be rank.
I want to go. Ooh. What? You think you don't get clean from a bathtub? No.
I thought you were implying that there would not be bathtubs or showers.
What? No. Like there's no bathtub, but there's a shower.
So I am actually very much a bathtub person.
Really?
Yeah.
I wish I had the time for that. I want to.
I won't for much longer.
Well, there you go.
Nope. But for now, I'm going to enjoy it.
I had a house that I lived in like 3 years ago or something, and they had a hot tub that was like, but it was a shower into the hot tub, so you could do either or.
Oh, that's the best.
So like I was just one day, I'm like, I'm gonna be in the hot tub and I'm getting clean in the hot tub, and that's like
ideal.
Brother, it is a feeling that you cannot replicate anywhere else.
The first time I ever went in a hot tub, it was snowing, and I've never hit that peak again in my life.
That when I was in Japan, I wanted that so bad.
It's
we were in
so
the snowy
good.
mountains, and they had the spas and stuff all over the place, and we so desperately were looking for that, but we could not find it. It's because when you cannot escape the hot tub because it's so cold out and there's snow.
That's perfect.
That is peak life.
It is. The sense look.
There's that episode of Pokemon
There
where
is,
Jesse and James get stuck
and
in
it's
the hot
also
tub.
a common thing in Northern Europe.
Really?
Yeah.
To get stuck in a hot tub?
No, but they have a lot of like outdoor. It's very cold because it's Northern Europe, and they
Right.
have like a lot of saunas and like outdoor like natural hot springs.
Dude, I want that so bad.
Right?
I want it right now. Can we commentate in a hot tub?
That would be
That next LAN, I want the headsets
so
in the hot tub.
So how would that work? Because these
wireless headsets.
are okay.
And you just don't go underwater with the heads.
No, I'm going underwater with the headset.
Okay, well.
Actually, I won't because there's going to be chlorine in the hot tub, and that'll mess up my hair.
Yeah, and you gotta be careful about the hair.
I do.
Dude, when I was a kid, I didn't give a hoot about any of that
no, I know.
chlorine.
I
but
didn't either.
nowadays, I'm like, my hair needs to be perfect. I cannot.
Well,
touch that.
it strips the dye out.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so that's more my reasoning. Like it can get
I
dry
dye my
and
hair
crunchy.
too, so it's fine.
I don't think you do.
What? I'm naturally a black hair.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
You don't believe me?
No, not at all. 0%.
I have a genuine question.
Yeah,
Do I have brown hair or dirty blonde?
I would say brown.
What is the difference?
I don't know because
I had a friend who argued with me that
So
it was.
here's the thing.
Go ahead.
I'm in the same boat. You have like the same natural hair color as me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I
don't
just
know
dye
either.
it so I don't ever have
I don't
to
know
think
the
about
difference.
it. I keep it on natural colors,
On
and
my
then I don't have to think.
On my state ID, it says brown.
Mine says brown too.
Yes, but then I was one of my friends like, no, you're dirty blonde. I'm like, what? That's the first time I ever heard that I was dirty
Look,
blonde. That
to
doesn't
me,
make any-
dirty blonde
is brown.
Well, dirty blonde in my mind
Okay.
is like. So when I was a kid, I had something that I would consider dirty blonde hair, which was light brown with like true blonde bits in it because of how much I spent in the sun. I was an outdoor kid.
That's a good thing.
It is.
Get that vitamin. What
D?
D?
Yeah. The sun.
B12.
No, that's fish and eggs.
I always confuse the sun with fish and eggs every time.
You gotta learn to not confuse the sun with fish and eggs.
Listen, I've gotten better about it just now.
Look,
Listen,
salmon run
B
eggs.
as in- B as in-
Salmon run eggs aren't gonna give you vitamin D.
Wait. Wait, so like the difference between vitamin B and D is
I don't know what they do.
they're good for you.
They're good for
They're
you.
minerals.
That's all I need to know. I don't know what they do though.
Is sugar a vitamin?
No, it's sugar. It's delicious though, so it's worth it.
Why isn't sugar a vitamin?
Because it doesn't.
You can call it vitamin S.
It could be vitamin S, and it does provide your body with necessary energy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
What about blue food coloring? Where do you land on that?
Is food coloring bad for you?
I don't think so.
No, okay, but no, this is like a genuine question.
I don't know.
And you're
I
getting-
choose my life to not know this information on purpose.
So if you live in ignorance, you feel better about it.
About that one thing, yeah.
About that one thing.
About that one
Other
thing.
things you not.
No, not at all about other
Okay.
things. And it sounds like we're going to be getting into the game here.
I'm not done with this discussion yet, though.
Well, but we can do it between games. And we are seeing a Tetra come out. We are seeing two
Yo!
Tetras come out.
Let's go.
Huge. And I love seeing that T-Tech. Gotta love seeing some trip strikes. Gonna be the T-Tech and Heavy on the side of Los Inklings are gonna have to focus heavily on paint to be able to make that comp work.
And we're also dealing with the tower control map as well on top of. This is one of those claustrophobic maps, dude.
It is.
You just get stuck in the middle. It's hard to go right or left based on what the enemies are doing, and you just got to make sure you get those spots where you even push that tower. It's even worse with splat zones.
It is. And that inkjet here from the ballpoint is going to be really able to open up a lot of space for them with how much this map can play around with heights. Trip Strike's going to try and keep them away, though. Not going to quite be able to, as they do have to pop that bubbler to stay alive.
And his Splatlings thrive on this map because you're just stuck. Like, you thought you were stuck before? How about this Gatling gun coming at you right now? There's going to be a huge spot right there for Los Inklings. Going to be able to try to make this push. They do have 3v2, 3v1, 2v1. People are going down left and right. And Los is just chilling on that tower. He's going to go through checkpoint number 2. This is one of the hard ones, too.
Yeah.
And they're going out. Okay, we've had some competition.
Oh, but there it goes. Almost, and there it goes. Los Teresa able to get it as we are
Hey.
seeing them finally being, like, that's a huge, like, now finally Clean Bathtub is starting to be able to get back in. But that was a huge push out of Los Inklings. That is a really hard checkpoint. By no means unbeatable, obviously, but that is a hard checkpoint to break.
Looking like a chlorine-filled bathtub, if you know what I'm saying. They're going to jump right back into this. Here comes a Booyah Bomb, throwing it out there to get some distance, get some very ink coverage, force Los Inklings back to go back a little bit, and we're going to go on that first checkpoint. We got some splats going on the back line. Tons of specials being thrown out, trying to dip through. Vapor go down without a fight. Los Inklings still in there, trying to get some more purple, losing the tower, trying to go for some more fights. I think there's someone behind him, right?
Yeah. I believe so. And it does seem like we're seeing the Roller and Tetra moving together quite a lot here, which is great because they're both weapons that really just want to go for those super aggressive moves. They don't have specials that matter that much. They are just in there to be aggressive.
Me caveman, me go in, me shoot gun.
Tetra especially, they're not cavemen though. They're rat. They're biting your ankles.
Yeah, they're definitely like swimming in everything, trying to pick out trash. Oh no, gonna be have to go off that tower because there's a bomb on that. You
Just
can actually
the
dance around the tower, and here we go.
1v1.
The 1v1's happening. They managed to be able to take it off. Goes the checkpoint push. You get 3 more points. Something has to bail out of there. They're fighting it. Here comes the Los Inklings barrage, forcing them to stop that push. 2 points remaining.
Yeah, Roller doing an incredible job of being able to shut that down. The Tetra held him in place, and the Roller got the picks. And that's just what you do sometimes. That's great team play that we just saw out of Los Inklings, and that is one of the advantages of being able to get your whole team to a land.
Bro, that's why we mix up the KDAs, bro. The K and the A's, they both matter. It does not matter which one. As long as you get the job done to get that splat down, that is what's mattering right now. We got a super jump on top of that. Here comes a splatling on top. Gonna be able to push it down a little bit.
They did manage to get 5 points out of that.
Which is huge.
It is. And that Splatling's been doing a great job of making sure that that objective gets taken care of, something we did see teams struggling with last set.
Yeah, and honestly, being able to actually make that tower move is so imperative on the map. That's the whole goal of the game.
Look at that Tetra, though.
What are they doing? They're still alive. What? No, they went down. Okay.
Okay, but they caused enough chaos to truly stall out that push.
Yeah, they were like the last one alive, too.
They were. That's the thing about having a skirmish, is sometimes they'll die way before the rest of your team, but that means they'll be up to stop.
Yo, are
Oh!
you serious? A roller just like that? You might as well just run them over at that point. And now Los Inklings has an advantage here. Just needs to get those more splats. Not going for the tower just yet. We got some fast respawns coming in from Clean Bathtub. Is going to be able to try to get back on there. The map is still really yellow.
Yeah. Definitely. Clean Bathtub is doing a great job of keeping this paint down, and if you look at the comps, it makes sense why they're doing such a great job of it. Los Inklings comp doesn't have a ton of paint, but they also don't need it with how the Tetra can just go in.
Yeah.
Whereas that machine needs the paint from the splash and the ballpoint to go in. It can't just rush in like a roller or a Tetra can.
Yeah, I mean, they wish they could.
They do wish.
Sunny D going to be able to go down. Los Inklings gets another pick on top of that. Unfortunately, going down in the process. 2v2 going on. Clean Bathtub has the potential to be able to push this tower. If they manage to find this last pick, they're hiding somewhere in that ink. We're shooting for dear life to try to get that pick or at least a push or something. And now everyone's getting back into the center of the map. Minute left on the map on top of that. And we're going to see how far we're going to be able to push this.
Definitely not a solid lead by any means. They do have it, but it's only 7 points difference. There is a full chance for Clean Bathtub to be able to pull this off, especially with how everyone's positioning right now. But those trip strikes are a big threat.
And that's going to be a big threat right there, being able to get that pick. This is huge. 4v2. Clean Bathtub has an opportunity. 2 points away. They take the lead. 30 seconds left on the clock. They're going towards the third checkpoint. 3 people are down. 2 people are down. We're going to get back on that map and see, try to break this checkpoint to give yourself a little bit more insurance, as well as just stall out any sort of push. They get another kill on top of that. 20 seconds left. Trying to break over that checkpoint. They're back on top of each other. They're tagged. Going to be able to swim. So Vapor is in their zone and causing chaos.
The Tetra and the Roller just doing an incredible job there. That Reef Slider out of the Tetra was absolutely insane. I love seeing Reef Slider used on the tower like that. It is not a special that you often get value out of, so when you are able to, it is absolutely obscene. Roller trying to do everything they can here to stop this, but it's not going to be enough, and that is going to be game to Clean Bathtub after they just managed to get a huge snowball of a push going.
Bro, they used some bleach in that tub because we are looking clean out here. You saw how much chaos Vapor caused that entire game.
Yeah, Vapor is doing an incredible job at playing that skirmish role and allowing the Roller to be able to get in for free. Rollers have a hard time getting in this game. They need the distraction, and Vapor's killing it.
And that's why we have those roles, right? The Slayer, like, you're in, like, if you get the kill,
yeah,
cool. That's great. That's fantastic.
It's great. You don't need it, though.
The real thing is what Vapor was doing.
Yeah.
Being a distraction, causing the opponents to look at you.
Exactly.
And guess what? You're dualies. You're going to be able to zip, zap, zoom all over the place and roll it. So you're going to become an even harder target.
And usually you're running enough QR that you don't care if you go down.
It's like, yeah, whatever. I'll be back 2 seconds.
Yeah, literally 2 seconds, because usually you also have a couple subs of QSJ to just really emphasize it.
Exactly. You just like, yo, hold my gun real quick. I'll be right back in a second. Like,
I'm gonna go take a quick sip of water.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
I'll be back. Even when you give me soda on top of that, bro, like,
Woo.
you're going to get back in there really fast.
We
but
have been seeing soda comps more often with really skirmishy stuff. We've actually been starting to see zaps come out every once in a while from some teams, which is really neat to see.
It's really neat because in the beginning, during the beta of Splatoon 3, everyone was so
Soda's
dead set
so strong.
Soda's going to change the game, and then we just did not see it.
Well, because we kind of realized. So the thing is, Crab was so strong, and Crab doesn't. So the way you play Crab comps doesn't reward QR the same way.
Right.
You don't run a skirmish in it. You have 2 very stabilized splashes that enable machines to go in, and one machine usually still plays further back, while one. And I'm thinking of Starburst specifically here.
Yes.
Well, you send Biscuit in. You send Biscuit in.
Yeah. I mean, on top of that, the soda also has some negative effects, right? If you're trying to, like, Stealth Squid was really dominant in the beginning of the map. And when you're running Stealth Squid and you pick up a soda, Stealth Squid no longer matters. They're going to see those little purple dots.
Ninja Squid.
Ninja Squid, whatever. Stealth, it does the same thing. It's stealth.
I know.
It's stealthy and ninja. I could see some pain in your eyes when I was saying that. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Can you forgive me?
I absolutely forgive you.
Okay. I'm going to keep calling it Stealth Squid.
I can no longer forgive you.
Game number 2. Let's jump into it.
It takes so much for me to not actually you for it. I want to so
I want
bad.
you to put some glasses on and just push it up as hard as you can, like into your skull. That's how hard I want to see it.
Stamper.
There we go.
Ink
Yo,
brush.
where's Chara at? They're somewhere in this room, right? Here we
probably.
go. Map number 2 coming in, and we've got our next game mode coming out. Another Rainmaker.
I love seeing all of this really fast-paced playstyle. Los Inklings comp is going to be ridiculously fast and not struggling with paint nearly as much. That brush over the roller will allow them to maneuver so well and just move so fluidly. And Splatlings thrive on this map. This is a great Splatling map. And we are seeing 2 down already for Clean Bathtub.
Things are not looking pretty good for them. Los Inklings is going to get the freest checkpoint of all time.
They're
literally
taking
no
the
one is
Starburst
down
tab.
there. There was literally no one down there, not teammates or enemies. They're struggling to get up there. Oh, no.
So I will say this is the path we were seeing Starburst take for all of the Ink TV League. So this is a very solid path, and I'm glad to see players using it a little more. It's hard to get the big pushes on it, but it's more stable once you start.
Yeah, and if you lose, say you resets back to neutral. Cool, you already broke the checkpoint. Do whatever you want to do now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a commitment anymore at that point.
You can go for jump still if you want to from the other checkpoint. And we are just going to see them having to regroup and get mid here. They are going to be able to get mid before Los Inklings is able to come in, which is great. It gives them special off of that instead of Los Inklings. You always want to make sure you have the special advantage. They were trying to go in and cause some damage. Not quite able to find anything, though, which is too bad.
They got some paint, which is always helpful. Paint's paint, that's
But there's
real
nobody
estate.
that can capitalize on that paint right now.
True and real. In fact, you're probably just giving them special at that point.
Exactly. That's why you want to be. You do want. Oh, and we are going to see a huge push here out of Los Inklings. Instead, it's a full wipeout on a Clean Bathtub. Los Inklings is going to be able to get this jump, going to be able to get some points after it, which is what really matters. Getting those 5 extra points after that jump is absolutely huge and puts them in a way better situation. They're still 3 up. The brush going to try and cause some damage over here. And going to be able to get that pick. Might jump out here. There they go. But they are almost to that whale, which will really be able to stall out Clean Bathtub from trying to do anything. And 26 is a great push on this map.
Brother, that was a humongous jump. It's like one small step for humankind, mankind, whatever that line is. Something about the moon. And we get all the way down to 26 points. Look at these lasers coming out at you. Well, yet again, you got to be on the lookout for it. Those just being able to just get exposed from the ink. And now we got Inkjet on top of that, shooting out the ink a little bit, trying to follow up the opponents on where they're going.
Yeah, I will say that the nice thing for Los Inklings about having that heavy is Tetra does not like playing against Wave Break at all.
Yeah, not at all. It's a tough weapon to sell when you're in that position, right? In that 1v1. We finally get some cleanup coming out from Los Inklings. Going to pick up the Rainmaker for their teammates. They go back into the front line and try to cause some chaos.
Yeah, and at this point, Clean Bathtub is going to be playing a very stally game. They don't need to play aggressive here. They have the lead they wanted. They just want to play safe, make sure they have their specials looping so that they can keep things going and keep things safe. And that Inkjet from the ballpoint is actually an incredible Rainmaker special, specifically because you can attack the Rainmaker pretty much anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just being able to have that long distance and being able to have those big openings.
Ooh.
I cannot believe they got that shot.
That's a huge shot there from the ballpoint. Just incredible aim coming out, and you can't blame latency because we're on land. The ballpoint just absolutely shredding stuff. Going up here in that Inkjet, causing enough of a distraction to be able to try and get more points, but even then, they don't really care if they're getting more points.
Yeah.
They're just wanting it on this side of the map. Because if you're pushing, the other team can't be.
Oh my god, what an incredible pick on top of that. You saw him jump back with the Stamper, get back in the back line on top of that, while the killer whales were all over the place. Like, in the midst of all that chaos, still managing to find those picks. Nothing going to be able to get too much off of it except just kind of keeping your...
Yeah, we're seeing great hero plays coming out of Clean Bathtub, but we're not seeing team cohesion right now.
Right, and that's actually, it's starting to show, you know, those cracks in the armor are starting to, like, get clearer and clearer, and there's another pick on top of that Clean Bathtub, starting to shut down whatever push. The Starburst route not working out for them, trying to go that low route, and now we're kind of like...
But Los Inklings have that lead.
Yeah, I mean, the lead is there, 26-57. This is still...
It's still doable for Clean Bathtub, but it's going to be hard, but we saw them pull it off last game.
And, you know, if Lightning can strike twice in a row, this is the opportunity to do another pick on top of that. We are chilling on this building.
Well, this is where Ballpoint can thrive from, because it has Hydra range along with mini range, and it can switch between the two, allowing it to do shenanigans like we were seeing just there. And it has one of the fastest kills in the game when it's in short range mode, which is ridiculous.
What else could you ask for? Now we got a special coming out on top of that. Here comes a zip line trying to go back and forth. Again, just kind of being a distraction while trying to get a pick on top of it. Was not able to find its mark, but that's okay. You caused enough chaos in the process to get your team to go for this push. This is starting to become huge. Gets stopped in its tracks, though.
But they have 3 members up. They have bombs to try and get this pop with, and even if they don't get the pop, they're all positioned in a way where they won't go down if they don't, which is what really matters. Tetra going to have to hesitate a little bit because of that wave breaker. Can't really do the rolls they want, and that is going to be the Rush getting a huge pick, but they are 2 down, and this is a chance for Clean Bathtub.
This is the opportunity. They're all shooting at it on top of it.
That's a rough position for it to be in.
That was really good on Los Inklings to put it in that position, to make it a struggle bus for them to get back in there, right? Because they have to go backwards to go forwards. And now we're going to see this happen yet again. This is the big push we've been looking for. Clean Bathtub looking for a wipeout.
Again?
They managed to do it to get all the way to the end at the buzzer. Are you kidding me?
Clean Bathtub knows how to clutch it out is what we're seeing right here. They're cleaning it the last second before the guests get there.
No way. Again? Lightning stroke twice. You know, I was foolish to doubt. I was foolish to doubt.
They just like toying with us, I think. I think they're just toying with us.
My heart can't take this.
It's too stressful.
This is not fair.
It is not. Los Inklings definitely can do this. We're seeing that. They're just not paying attention. It's so easy to get confident at the end of games and just accidentally overextend. Just accidentally take that risk you shouldn't.
And I don't even know if that's actually what's even happening, because I feel like they're not taking that many risks at the end. I feel like they're just trying
They're not making sure they have their specials.
They're not making sure they have their specials, and I think they're playing a little, because of that, they're playing too safe. I feel like
that could be it too, yeah. That is what we see teams get punished for sometimes. And if we're looking, we see Los Inklings was very much predicted to win, and we are seeing Clean Bathtub say, no, I think it's our turn.
Chat, you were wrong. It's okay. We were wrong, too. I thought Los Inklings was winning that, no problem.
I didn't have any predictions. I came in here just going with the flow.
Wow.
Yeah.
To live a life like that.
My Ink TV predictions were all over the place because I don't have ideas about who wins.
You know what? That's okay. You're not. We call you a so-called free thinker out here with those things, because it was refreshing, because we would see those scores, right?
Yeah.
Everyone had their predictions, and I'm like, okay, everyone's the same, and then there's Nox.
There's Nox cooking in the corner.
Yeah, because
who knows what's going on there?
They are not cooking. I don't know. Like,
something. I mean, it might be burning. It's cooking, though.
Like, I didn't know you could burn water, but here we are.
I've yet to find a way to burn water.
Yeah, you know what? I'm proud of you for being able to find that way.
I do actually know how to cook.
I know.
Yeah. There's plenty of Splatoon
I'm doing
players.
A bit.
I know. I was going to bully Splatoon players again.
Fair and valid.
A lot of you are very young and don't know how to cook yet.
Listen, all I need to cook...
Nobody's put dry macaroni in the microwave, which is where my bar's at. So I think we're winning. I think we're doing good.
You want to talk about what happened in your room the other day?
I don't, but sure.
Someone who shall not be named.
Why shouldn't I name them?
I'll name them. I don't care.
Yeah. Crimson Shadows has been carrying around a chocolate syrup bottle all weekend. And yesterday, didn't even dilute the chocolate syrup and just tried to microwave it with ramen and made a mess and should feel bad about it. And this is what I deal with on a regular basis, and that's great. It's pretty entertaining.
I love Crim.
Yeah, Crim's the best. Both Crims.
Both Crims. They met. They fused. It was great. Let's jump into this next game, though.
And we are getting into this here.
What we got going on here. Clean Bathtub facing off against Los Inklings for game number 3. And guess what it is? Clam Blitz.
Yeah, gotta love a Clam Blitz game. I am a big fan of Clam Blitz. I think it is the best mode for competitive. And I do love that we're still seeing these really hyper-aggressive comps, and I love seeing that crack on roller come out.
Oh, this is the time to shine. We haven't seen a Kraken literally this whole block, and now my wishes have been granted. I can't wait for this whole forward action gameplay. And they got the Witch's Hat. Sheesh.
I do love the Witch's Hat. I do wish they would bring the Moist Ghillie suit back to the game.
One day.
Surely. And we are seeing the ball point trying to survive there after landing. The Inkjet doesn't have drop roller on, though, so not quite able to make it out of that toxic mist there. C-Jet, a really great weapon at stalling things out on maps like this. And as we're seeing, even as our teammates go down, they've been able to pretty consistently stay up and just cause chaos. And those beacons allow everybody to get back in so fast.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have too much of a dominance on the clams right now. It's only 5-3. But as I say that, we got 8 clams all together. It's just all about trying to find it. We are stuck on the wall right now. That was kind of a sick way to stall, but unfortunately, because your mark was right there in enemy territory, they were able to get that pick upon the landing. But we have a power clam built in the favor of Clean Bathtub.
Yeah, Clean Bathtub doing a great job here, as we've been seeing them do pretty consistently. Los Inklings still holding mid pretty decently. They haven't had to back off too far. You always want to make sure that you're not having to completely sacrifice mid on this map. It's not impossible to get back in on by any means, but it's harder. And I love seeing all of these trip strikes to act as like smoke screens for people to get in with here.
Yeah, being able to just go in there, go with the flow, and just try to like sneak in as hard as you can without being detected by your opponents. Very helpful. And now we got Clam Blitzes.
Kraken!
There it is. Coming up, the chase after the Inkjet. You see that?
Mm-hmm. And we might see a jump into them, and there it is. And we are seeing the trip strikes come out to enable this push to keep going, which is what you want to see. You always want to get a bigger push, in my opinion, than 60 on your opening. It does not look like that's a guarantee here, but Los Callan trying to get in, able to get one more in. C-Jet trying to find a way in, trying to use that mist too. That's not quite what mist thrives at, though, as they do get forced out. 65 is not a terrible opening push by any means.
It's an okay start. You know what? It's better than 80.
It's way better than 80. It's infinitely better than 80. You got me there.
Yeah, so
80 is just, at that point, it's better to have not pushed.
Did you see that Inkjet actually saved them because they got out of range from the roller?
That was a huge Inkjet from Vapor, able to really enable their teammates. And now, And now we're seeing Aang fully being able to get in here, able to get that power clamp, and we are just seeing, this is why I said you want the bigger push.
You want the bigger push, because look, they're already out of there.
They are.
They're like, okay, bye.
Well, they're not actually out. They went out to get clams, and we're seeing
because they ran out of clams.
Well, and that Zipcaster is going to cause damage, and we might see a jump in, but it looks like they are finally being forced back to mid. Vapor going in with those Tetras, though, to try and make something happen, at least stalling him out for a second, and they're running a stack of QR. They'll be fine. They'll be back in a second.
Yeah, just like, story of my life. But we got 50 points now. You know, like you said, that was the push you were trying to hope for in that last one, Nox.
Yeah, you always want to go for bigger pushes. We do see Los Inklings already holding onto that power clam, looking to build something up. The Tetra does go down, but I just should stop pointing that out because it's a Tetra.
That's like it's like the way of life,
Yeah.
It's a circle, and then they're back in here. Here we go, another person down on top of that. Los Inklings trying to find some sort of like landing here. They do have a power clam. The pity clam did drop for them, but they're not doing too well. And this is a really bad spot. Kraken coming in, trying to cause some chaos, but everyone's backing off from it, and that was like not even like he wasn't even looking at him anymore because like I don't care.
Yeah, but they did create the jump in, but not going to be able to capitalize on it.
Dang.
And that's the hard thing here. It reminds me of baller meta from Splatoon 2. And we did quickly learn that jumping into baller with power clam is not always the move. I do love seeing them using these beacons so consistently, though, and allowing their teammates that path back in. And it allows them to play more aggressively, but it's not working out here as they are wiped out yet again. And Clean Bathtub saying, we're not going to wait to clean this time. We're cleaning ahead.
Yeah, literally paving the way for them to get this big push. And now you see them not even going for clams anymore and actually just trying to keep
still
this
going
up.
for clams.
I mean, yes, but like you see the two people like up there, 25 points remaining, 1 minute on the timer. Things are looking bleak here for Los Inklings. I don't even know what they can do at this point. 50 seconds left on the clock. They need the biggest push of their entire career.
So they are going to have a pity clam. It's not as much as you think because look at how low their penalty is. It's not as hard to do as you think it is. It is still absolutely doable. They just have not been able to consistently get in and hold mid. And so it's really hard to get a big push. We are seeing them ready with those 2 power clams. We are going to see the Kraken, but that 2 power clams isn't going to be enough to get lead even if they jump into it. So I'm just a little hesitant here. I'm excited to see what they can try and make happen.
Hold on a second, Nox, because I'm seeing some promising stuff here, but unfortunately, it was destroyed immediately.
Yeah, that's why I was hesitant about it. Yeah.
Because it
Double
turned
Kraken's a
orange,
little,
and that was like, I got really excited for a second,
so
and then I saw what happened. Tell me.
You remember baller meta from 2?
Yes.
That's the same thing. That's the baller jump clam thing. It's not.
They tried.
They did try, and I respect the try. They just didn't have clams for follow-up or enough safety to do it. I don't disrespect that as a way to get in. It just doesn't work as consistently as you need it to. It's a great desperation strategy. I respect what they went for. It just didn't work.
Do you think they should have waited a bit before going for that? Maybe collect a little bit more clams, or that was like the do or die moment because they had a number.
They had enough time still, in my opinion. I think they needed more specials. I think they needed the splash to be able to follow up with a trip strike or use a trip strike to get the Kraken in to create enough space that they could get in more clams and like actually hold that area. Because they just couldn't hold it there. There was not much they could do.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty much just did Hail Marys at that point. They were just like, they threw those clams in expecting to die, you know?
Yeah, and that's, you have, like, the numbers didn't work there. Sadly, to play Clam Blitz, you have to do math.
What? Literally, this is the beginning of the block. I was telling you, math matters. 90% of the time,
I can do Clam Blitz math. That's 8s and 3s. That's different.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's different than 10s math.
So what's 8 times 3? Go.
What's 8 times 3?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay, now what's 8 times 2.3?
No. I do not know the answer to that. I will not know the answer to that. I will pull out my phone calculator. That is not math that could happen in D&D. That's not real math to me. I know D&D math.
Bro, if I throw out 3 D20s at 2 p.m. on a Saturday, but there's a 90% chance that 100% of the time the dice don't land on the table, Why
are you missing the table with your dice? Learn to roll your dice. New stance.
Do I hit?
No.
Is it a crit?
You miss the table and I yell at you. Dice that don't hit the table don't count, obviously.
I feel like if you ever had me in one of your campaigns, you just want to kill my character, like, immediately.
Oh, I don't kill characters for no reason, ever.
There's a reason.
What did your character do in my campaign to earn death?
Hey guys, how's it going? I didn't see you there. Welcome to the Splatoon cast. LTC 2023 coming out. We already see 2 of the redemption matches. We got still plenty more.
And we saw Clean Bathtub just pull off some incredible games.
The first 2 were literally like, okay, Los
Inklings got this.
They got this, and then they didn't. And Clean Bathtub.
And that was an upset, according to Chad, at least.
Let's go, man. Game 3 was a sweep because I think like Game 3, that was like they had the morale from the previous 2 games.
And Los Inklings didn't.
I mean,
losing in overtime hurts.
Twice.
You think you've won twice, and then you're just, it hurts. And it's hard.
And morale is a very important thing in all competition, whether it's 1v1 teams games or anything.
Yeah.
Because if you are suddenly having a bad day because of the game, then it's that morale is going to affect your other 3 people on your team.
It really is, and it's always so hard to bounce back from. But luckily, at a LAN, it tends to be a little easier because you're surrounded by your friends. They're right there.
Yeah. You know, you just go to the corner, you'd be like, man.
That was rough. Oh, well, we're still hanging out.
Let's go to the bar.
Well, some of them can't go to the bar yet, Austin.
I know.
Just because we go to the bar doesn't mean they can.
Anyways, next matches, we got them coming all the way up here. We got some people coming. I see.
They're moving up fast this time. They're
moving up faster. We don't have to stall. I actually enjoyed stalling.
I enjoy stalling.
I was having fun talking. What were we even talking about?
Well, we had Kahoot for a bit.
Oh, right. Kahoot.
And then we were talking about bathtubs for a while because of the team's name.
Ah, yes. And then we talked about hot tubs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of hot tubs. They got a hot tub here?
I'm assuming they do. Yeah?
About to sneak over there, bring on the headset with me.
I will say
Chat,
that
you want to come? You know, you take the camera to the hot tub.
I will say that it's more crowded here than last year this weekend.
It's Mother's Day weekend.
It's Mother's Day, and there was a prom event or something last night.
There was a prom. Back in my day.
Prom was at high school.
Prom was in a gymnasium in the high school.
It wasn't it was at a country club for me.
Wow.
You know, Chapel Hill is a place that exists.
Expose yourself more.